Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Thursday morning. It is June 6th, and this is a general reading for the collective using the Crow Tarot. So, let's get started, shall we? I have already shuffled this deck quite a bit this morning, but because my mornings do tend to be a bit hectic, I do these readings after my daughter goes to school, which, trust me, that is far better than doing them before. Our mornings are literally like rushing, trying to get food in her belly, shoes on her feet, and out the door. So what I find is even when I get back, I have all this energy, right? I'm like this frantic energy. And so even if when I'm shuffling, it doesn't really kick in until I hit record on the button that like, this is the task I'm working on right now. This is my job. I am connecting with this deck. And so I find that I can shuffle all I want before I hit record, but until I hit record, it's almost like, I don't know, like when I hit the record button to do these, it's like my energy shifts. So anyway, let's get started, shall we? And if you're new to my readings, oh my God, I am so happy to have you here. Thank you. I hope you subscribe and come back again. These readings are for the collective, so they are general. But what I had a lovely person note that even when the reading isn't specific to her, she does find that every day she does get some little nugget of information that she can use. And so I love that. I freaking love that. That makes my day to know that I'm doing that for people. And yeah, like I feel like that this is my purpose. Creating art is part of my purpose, but it's not the whole thing. It's connecting and helping others, and it makes me just so happy. So anyway, let's get started with the first card, which is our foundation card. This is the card that set up our current situation. This is an energy that was looming around, and because of this energy, it sparked you into action, and it led you to this place in time. And so this place in time, which is the current position here, is one that you may be feeling this energy right now. It may be very strong. It may be coming towards you like a storm, if you think about a storm rolling across the country. If it hasn't hit you yet, it's going to. And finally, the next card is the card, and I like to think of this as I'm shuffling as these crows sort of flying out, right? They're flying across the sky, and they're looking for information that when they present it to us, it will come to us in a way that will help our current situation, that will pick up the clues. They'll bring back something of value from the other side that we can use and find inspiration from. So look who shows up again. Something's up with you, Five of Cups. This sad little bird has come back. Okay, excuse me. I think my allergies are kicking in. We're in full-blown bloom here in Seattle. It is amazing. And the cottonwood trees, by the way, was one of my favorite things in the world, is to drive through the country and just have like big puffs, like cottonwood puffs, hit me. And so I think that's also a source of allergy. So anyway, let's get started. The Five of Swords in this past position indicates that there was some time of feeling perhaps as though there was somebody in your life who was out for themselves, perhaps. They may have been very bullish, or just it was all about what they needed in life. It was not really about what you wanted, what your needs were. And, they were really trying to just control the situation. That's all they wanted. They wanted to be in control. They wanted things to go their way. It was like their way or the highway. And because of this, it kind of created like tension or friction in a way where you felt like you had but two choices. You can either leave this situation or you can be complacent. And either way, neither one of those things are such a, are good choices to have. You'd like to think that everybody in this world comes into this world with this desire to work well with others or to play well with others and let their ego take a back seat. But that's not always the case. And so here you were in this situation where you had to deal with somebody who was really just a big schmuck, right? I mean, like, this may have been a boss, it may have been a neighbor, it could have been somebody who just really, whatever this disagreement was that you may have had, they wanted to win. They wanted to win at all costs, and they really didn't care what the rest of the world thought of them. It was really just like one of those things where you just, they were just an egomaniac, I guess, or maybe they weren't even that. They were just misguided, and they just thought, their way was the only way. There are people who just think like, you're either a victim or a Viking in this world. And if you're not a Viking, then you're sure as hell a victim. And it's such a wrong mentality, right? It's like that bully, it's like you either be picked on or be the one who's picking on people. And so this may have been somebody in your life where you knew what they were up to. Like, this person did not create this behavior in a vacuum. This person was somebody who was very much recognized for how they treated other people. And because of this, you may have played dead for a little while to gain your strength. You may have flown away, but at the center, what I'm getting here, and again, like, I'm kind of like, when I see the cards, I kind of get this, like, I go with the flow and I get some rhythm going. And so the rhythm I'm getting here is going back to school, and this desire to gain new knowledge, and this desire to better yourself in a way that you don't ever have to go back to this place of either complacency or being forced out by somebody who is, focused more on their needs than that of the group. And so here, this time of education and connecting with yourself in a way that you acknowledge your potential, like, what you have going on, right? That you can do more and be more, and that it's not going to come easy. It's going to take finding a class or, reading books or whatever it is. However you get there, you just have to get there. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you can go online and, I mean, my God, we have the internet. If you think about all of the resources we have today versus what we had, 30 years ago, oh my God, when my child tells me that she is bored and we have a computer in this house, I'm like, I don't even want to hear it. You can explore. Get onto Google Earth. Look around. Like, there are so many things to do. I don't ever want to hear, my daughter say she's bored when if you just have just even an ounce of curiosity in your body, you have the opportunity of a lifetime to discover and learn and grow and just get out of whatever shell you may be in. And so here, this Hierophant card is saying, take this time, take this opportunity, this moment in time that we all live in, right? We are so much better off because we have so many resources available to us to learn. There's no reason. If you have a phone, most of the time, I mean, I think we saw a flip phone at T-Mobile a few months ago, and my daughter's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's like, I think it's like where you don't have the internet. And she's like, why would anybody want that? And it's like, I don't know, because the phone, like, you can read on the phone. If you have a phone, you can get any information you want. So here, this Hierophant card is saying, use your resources around you. Find teachers. Find sources of inspiration. Let your curiosity just soar. And take time. You may be in a situation where you're dealing with a despot, or a sucky boss, or a misogynistic asshole. Oops, sorry. That one was very visceral. I have dealt with my fair share of those for employers. And so you may be in this place, but you don't have to be there. So on your lunch hour, it's like, grab your phone, hit a park, or go somewhere where you can research, take a class online, watch YouTube videos. It's like there are so many opportunities out there. And so here we have this Five of Cups sitting here, and the message I'm getting is that there's a focus on what is missing, not on what you have. So this is the reading. This is how I get it. This is what I feel that these crows are telling me, is that you're in a really bad place and you're having to deal with somebody who is pretty yucky, or a situation where you don't feel as though you're empowered to stand up to somebody who is really holding all the cards, and they're not looking out for the like others, they're looking out for themselves. And although you know that in the end, this person, who this person is, and their victory is going to be hollow because they're not going to have the support of others. And to them, though, let me just tell you, for the most part, these people don't care about that. Any victory is better than no victory. And so, but you're in this position of having to deal with this energy of someone or a situation that just is very demanding and doesn't return, the respect and love that you desire, that you deserve and desire. And right now, this energy that's swirling around you is one of taking charge and learning, gaining knowledge, getting out from under the thumb of this energy by becoming smarter and stronger. There is strength and wisdom. My God, I tell my daughter this all the time. It's like, you know what? It's like never underestimate the value of a good education. And it doesn't mean that you have a college education. It means just you reading books or getting online or just discovering things that interest you. It's so important because it just leads you down different paths, right? It creates more roads from a single road and more opportunities as a result of that. So this Hierophant here, this energy that is right now, it's calling out to you. It's like, take some time and pick up something new. Read something that strikes your fancy that you may not have thought about doing before, or you may have considered but you didn't think you had time. Well, let me tell you, my friend, if you're in a bad work situation and you have to get out of this bad work situation, the worst thing you can do is to go out in a ball of flames, right? The best thing you can do is increase your skills, increase your knowledge, and walk out and tell this person off, maybe in a polite way, but let them know that you're too good to be in this situation. Right now, though, the crows are coming back with this energy saying that you're focusing on what is missing instead of what you have available to you. You're focusing on the fact that you have this maybe energy around you of somebody who isn't honoring your skills or honoring who you are, your spirit. That's all you're focusing on, is this loss of maybe inspiration, or loss of, when you go into a job that you're not happy with, how you just kind of go in and you just want to bang your head into the monitor, right? And you're just you just dial it in, and you just you're there, but you're really not there. So here, this energy is just focusing on something that's negative, or directing your energy towards what's not so great about your job, or what, how miserable you may be, and instead focusing on what you have, those resources. And these resources are the ability to learn. Whether it's the community college up the street that's offering night classes, to expand your portfolio of information or skill set, you're missing out on something important. And it comes down to what you're doing about gaining knowledge. When you do that, you'll find that a path will open. And again, like yesterday, we have these mountains here, which means new obstacles. But with new obstacles comes new growth. With new growth comes new opportunities and new potential. So right now you may be focusing all your energy on what is lost. And there is a lot. I mean, I've been there too. It's like where you go into your job and it's just like, or you're dealing with a situation where you just feel like your hands are tied. You just feel like there's nothing you can do. But the Hierophant here is saying that there is something you can do, and that is to gain wisdom, gain knowledge. If it's a legal issue you're dealing with, if you're dealing with somebody who is just really, cutthroat, do your research. The answer will be there. All is not lost. All is not lost here. You still have much to focus your attention on, but you've got to let this part go. You've got to let whatever this is, accept it. It is what it is. You're not going to change this person. You're not going to turn that job into a dream job. You're not going to turn this situation into one where you wake up the next day and go, wow, you know what? Everything is much better now. It's not going to work that way. I'm sorry to say. Because this energy is somebody who is holding, you can see like these swords are pointed downward. It's like they're very firm in this is how they are. This is their final decision. And when you make the decision to move ahead, it will also be your final decision. This will be something that you don't come back to. So when you move ahead from this energy, it's one that you say, you know what, bye-bye. Good luck to that, and good luck with your attitude. You'll find not many people will want to work for you if you develop a reputation for being a butt. But here we have education. And that's where you will find the path out. That is where you'll get out. But you have to recognize it. You have to turn around and see that you have that ability right there. So anyway, I hope this all makes sense. Yowzers. And bye for now, and peace. Bye.